Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Yeah, buddy, that's right. Get exposure right now. Holler at the homie Paul Mash, man, for Paul Mash TV. Hit up Paul Mash TV across all social media sites, alright? Who we got next? Got next.
Well, hello there. It's another episode of Paul Mash TV here for you. We're glad that you could join us again today. We just want to thank you again for all the feedback, and if you're one of those that hasn't done it yet, there's always still plenty of time for that. Just go to facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. Feel free to like the page and inbox us and reply to the interviews in question. We'd love to hear from you. And you can also email us at paulmashtv, all one word of course, at gmail.com. And you can use that not just for fan mail. You can use that if you're a band or solo artist wanting to be on the show. And you'll always get a response, and we'll work that out. And don't forget to press that subscribe button right there if you're watching this on YouTube, and hit the bell. You'll always get the latest interviews whenever they become available. And you can even reply to the interview itself under the comment section below. And if you missed any of that, don't worry about it. We have a credit screen at the end of the show, and we'll recap all that for you. So we hope you'll stick around for that, and we'll see you then. It's another interview based on the Paper Chasing tour, and coming next month, with Sir Dollar and all of them. And we got another one for you right now. His name is Echo, and he's from Chicago, Illinois. And I think you're going to like the song that's at the end of the interview, plus the interview itself. So before we get into that interview, let's have another quick word from Click Jam. Don't go away.
Whenever it's time to gas up, always keep in mind to dream big and go hard. Log on to clickjam.com and sign up today. And hey, you can always count on us. clickjam.com.
Well, it's interview time again, and with us from Chicago, Illinois, we have Echo. Thanks for joining us, Echo.
Thank you for having me. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad we finally were able to do this. I know we had a couple of snags in our plans, but at least we're here now. So, so why don't we start off by the usual question I like to ask: is tell me a little bit about why you decided to become a musician. Everybody has their own story, so let's hear your story.
Well, I was raised in 39 in Persian. My father raised me in the church. I was a PK kid. I grew up in Bronzeville, so very musical, historic history, dealing with jazz and blues and gospel. So as I was going to church, I got into the choir, started learning about like vocal arrangement, like music. Was listening to Sam Cooke, Mahalia Jackson, War, James Brown, just all like 70s music, because I was born in 77. So it gave me that inspirational background, kind of revolutionary music. And I always wanted to learn how to play instrument. I used to go up to the piano, try to play the keyboard when the pianist was there. And you know how as a kid, you get popped in the hand because they tell you leave that alone because you're trying to play. And that's what kept happening. Is like every time I would try to go up there and play it when she's not up there, they tell me, get away from piano, get away from piano. So I made it up in my mind when I got older to go to school for music. I wanted to play instruments, but due to my father not really having the funds, I wasn't able to learn. So I decided to go when I got older. And throughout the years, my friend introduced me to Rom DMC, you know, Tribe Called Quest, Tupac, Nas, Rakim, Wu-Tang. So it was all these different types of music that end up influencing me over the years. And I was like, Dad, when I first heard rap, I was like, what the heck is this? So it was, that music then was kind of inspirational. It was always, it had a sort of rhythm that kind of drew you. And so going into like Columbia College, when I got older, I was going for like songwriting and being able to write composition. I found myself struggling there, you know, because you had all these people who had all these musical talents, and you find yourself just starting. So it was kind of like off-putting, but it never let my passion die. I always had a passion for music, and so throughout the I end up not really finishing, working, still doing music, still learning as much as I can. Got married, you know, situations have changed, but it's almost like it curved me back around to my first love, you know, music. And end up graduating at SAE, doing the school. I end up learning about mixing, production. It's like everything that I ever learned in my life kind of like synced in hand in hand. I was able to articulate what I wanted the stuff to sound like, and how to get the sound, to shape the sound, to use compression, use EQ, learn how to mix. And it made me appreciate the process of going from an idea to doing your own instruments, your beats, and shaping it and mixing it, then going into the recording stage, then going to the mixing stage. Now I'm learning how to master my own music. I love the process. Some people is like, how can you do all that? It's like building blocks. You do one at a time, and you can stand back and appreciate the whole masterpiece when it's done, you know, and you can actually say, "Dag, it sounds good." So that's how I kind of got started with music. My current project that is about to be re-released through Sony Orchard is called Broken, and it basically talks about my people as a culture. I feel like we're broken. We do things kind of not really thinking about consequences. It's kind of like a repetitive cycle, and I want to encourage my people through music. And it's for people to listen to, period. No matter what ethnicity you are, because you can relate to certain instances of different songs that's on the album. It's 21 songs on the album. I had a friend, Frank Rodriguez, that helped me with 4 of the songs because I had to complete 4 of the songs to graduate. And so 4 of the songs on the album, it ended up getting it to 21 different songs. And I didn't think it was going to be that big. It was just, I just kept writing about the subject, and it just, more and more songs came out. Before I knew it was 21. So, and to do that many songs by yourself, majority, I have features on there. One of the artists is on the Paper Chasing tour. His Lozart, and I have another friend that I'm trying to bring on. His name is Lee Saki. He's on there. I have another artist that's a friend of mine. His name Nature Boy Mello. He's on there. And another friend, his name is Easy. He go back Easy. He's on there on a song called Light It Up. And it basically talks about the problems, the violence. You know, the violence of Chicago. The cycle of how we keep going through these things, and we need to change. You know, everybody wants peace, but you need to work to get peace. You know what I'm saying? You just can't hope for it and try to do something to bring resolution to the problems. And I feel like it's not just about Chicago. I feel like every other state can relate. You know what I'm saying? That's going through the same thing. So.
Yeah, and then you mentioned a minute ago, we were talking about that Change the Paper tour. When exactly are you going on? I think it's the 21st of next month, I think it is.
Yes, 21st of July 21st. It's in Lombard, Illinois. I'm not sure I forgot the name of the actual place that it's on. And yeah, it'll be on the 21st in Lombard, Illinois.
Are you going to be performing that day, or is that going to be the next day or after that? Or?
Yes, I will be performing that day. Yeah, I'll be performing 2 songs. I think each one of us has a couple songs to perform, and it's hard to choose from 21 songs which one to perform.
Are those 21 songs you had mentioned a few times already? Is that the only songs you have right now? Can you get that on digital format or physical copies? Or?
Yes, it would be. It's on digital media already, but I wanted to add more. I'm a perfectionist, and when I found out something it could have been better, I pushed to do it better. I listen to a lot of current music like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and I listen to like more conscious people, and I like the way their sound. So I just wanted to revise it to make it more, I have to say, more to match their vibe and their energy. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think you mentioned James Brown was a big influence on you earlier. Do you have any others that pop out in your mind as far as influences?
Barry Manilow. I can't remember. He sings the song "Sitting on the Top of the Day, Watching the Sun." Does something sitting at the top of the day, wasting time. I like music like that. The music that was back then, I felt like it was more authentic.
Yeah, I think the name of that song was "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay." I think, and I think that was Reading, I do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of my songs when I found myself in, I could say, in deep thought. I would play that because it was like one of those songs that you can just. I think that's why I think people like looking at the sky, because it calls you to clear your mind and to be able to process what's going on and be able to make next plans, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We got a video getting ready to play right now from you. Can you tell us the name of the song and what it's about, or maybe there's a story behind it?
Yes, the name of the song is called "Blow It," and it's basically talking about how because the marijuana thing is kind of big, and I used to smoke, and and I don't do it anymore. So it's like I got to the point that I felt like I didn't need it. My gifts were me, and it wasn't a product of me indulging. So that's what the song is about. Blow it, smoke it, drink it. They love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it. We love it. And it's like how people can find the simplest things and be able to find a common ground. And that's what the whole song is basically talking about. Okay.
Well, we'll be watching that in just a moment here. But before we do, I want to thank you for coming on the show, Echo. I think that's all we need. But we would love to have you back sometime if you ever have anything to plug for us.
Yes, I look forward to it. Thank you very much for the interview, and I'll be watching your current interviews that comes up.
Okay. Yeah, there'll be a few more from the Chasing Paper tour, so I'm sure you'll check those out. And I'm sure you out there will check that out there. So anyway, let's get on with Blow It right here on Paul Mash TV. Don't go away.
Yeah.
Echo.
From the city of Chicago.
You heard me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My man came to Puff on the square, came up for Delaware to visit the Shy. Puff cushion the air, love it. Cognac, Bronzeville buzzing. Went out the South Shore, White Castle stunting. On the 9, are you catching my vibe? Black Regal Theater, B-Boy Fears, B-Boy Nation, Melatonin Sun Innovator. We out here to auction for us, young bro. This is not a fin of the illest thing you sure ever wrote. I see this every day, white fan shake, black and gray, north, south, west, south, east to the bay. We all skin tone, we love it. This is our sequel. Stop being a hater, anticipator. Pulling under the insults, only tally up your ignorance. A bullet vest can't stop this. Coming out violent, Martin Luther, waiting for a king beat Ruger. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. They blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. I leave my judge of two who's fresher than the prince.
Only he
Present
can
past
judge,
tense, future hiatus
Yeah.
with no plantation. That's my destination as far as the east to the west. Fiasco, kick push, I'm on my Lupe. Back to my story at hand, my man Delaware. Delaware, ever the spirit take you, make you. Lion of Judah, one of the 12, salute your fringes, multiplied by inches. Why clinches? My heavenly Father, where I'm buried in his trenches. Help me blow away this feeling. Shot Bay, sunny rain bunch, beachfront healing. Everybody in the shot, salute the dog, know this feeling. Nostalgia, breakdancing, boom, bad feeling. Days rewind the time, neutralize the dollar sign. Bring the hood back and recite this with your right wrist. As a writer, quote with his right wrist. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. They blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. They blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. No knock a man, no knock a man, chance to advance. The world of cold shoulders of caffeine soldiers, holding their anger, trying to leash the demon to shine. Love is not easy, find a person is blind. Perkins, searching, stretches, lurking, working, hurting down the barrel of a steel barrel, working. Losing money on strip poles, got us working. Uploads 5 seconds of fame, reverse impression of game. Prove that you retain why you treat a Chim this way. Broken and hurting and scrapping for change. Reboot the system, all that man program is change and boost the mid-range. Show love to your brother who been treated the same. Let loose the past and put it on the fly list pain. As we travel every day, as poets we fight with our right wrist. Learn to adapt and you switch and unite this, please. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. They blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. They blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, we love it. Blow it, smoke it, drink it, they love it. Drink it, they love it.